Namaste. Good morning, everyone. Let me fix this up a little bit so you can get a better shot. So come on down to a seat. And Mr. Edgar is visiting us this morning. So hopefully he's a little barky. So just FYI, we'll just tune him out a little bit. So come into a nice seated position. Get settled. See if you can erect your spine, but not so much that you're forcing it, but that you're sitting up and you're not so casual. And become present. And okay. Sorry, Edgar. Today's class is about change. It's fall. The leaves are changing. We're going into a new season. Some of us are moving, like myself. Some of us might be trying to let go of habits. Just whatever it is, just be mindful of it. Try not to judge it. It's very difficult to do. And maybe with your breath, you can let it go. So inhale, take a nice big inhale. And exhale out of your mouth. Letting it go. Okay. So a little bit of different starting that we do. I'm going to say start with your right foot in front if you didn't have it there already. And take a nice big inhale up. Oops, sorry. Inhale up. Reach up, way up. And then come down to a forward fold. So it's kind of a little bit of a resting class, but we'll have some flow. You know how I go. But just come forward and notice how you're feeling. Now, you certainly can take a block and rest your forehead. You can use your fist. You can use your palms of your hands. You can use your dog. Just whatever it is to just relax, folding forward. And then come on back up, nice and slow, and take your left arm to your right knee and twist around and hold it. Taking a nice big inhale and exhale. Keeping that spine, elongated. But notice where the twist is working. Right around where the intestines are and your organs. And then come on back up and reach the right arm up. It may look like the left on your side. And then arch over to your left. So you may be doing the opposite of what I'm doing. And just feel that nice stretch, holding it all the way up that side, wherever else you're feeling it. And then come on back up and see if you notice a change on that right side, right? All right, uncross. So now the left leg is in front. Again, you're going to inhale your arm up and fold forward. And whatever you're doing, just make it soft. And then also notice if there was, just by doing something as simple as changing your leg, does it make new, different sensations? And then when you're ready, come on back up. Okay, right arm goes to left knee, twist around. Relaxing the shoulders, keeping the sit bones nice and grounded. Taking some full breaths so you can feel your rib cage stretch. And then come on back to center. Okay, left arm up, right arm down, arch over to the other side. And feel that excellent stretch. And then, is there a different change on this side that you're noting? And just hold it there. And then come on back up. And then again, pause for just a moment. All right, let's roll our shoulders. So bring your shoulders up, bring the shoulder blades back, down and around, just loosening up, and go real slow all the way around. Inhale and exhale down, just getting all the tension released, and then go in the opposite direction, rolling around, loosening up, and noting how when you bring your shoulder blades together and down, and then how you bring them up towards your ears and forward. Really notice how that whole girdle, that shoulder girdle, needs to move a little bit. All right, and then pause and notice if you feel a little bit more freer, more free around your neck, your shoulders. Okay, Janu Sirsasana. Okay, so I'm going to say the left foot, it's in towards your left knee, and right leg is extended out. Okay, and bring your fingertips behind you and sit up. And then again, inhale your arms way up and then fold forward all the way down. And you don't have to go all the way down. It's not about getting down to a super duper stretch. It's just about getting to a point where you start to feel a little sensation. And again, you can use a block. It's just, we're doing a nice slow opening this morning. Don't worry, we're going to get going. Just hold it there for just a couple more breaths. And then come on back up, nice and slow. Okay? And then you're going to reach your arms up and you're going to fold towards your right leg, but the right elbow is going to come down towards the shin, and the left arm goes up and over. So you're not folding your chest towards the leg, you're doing a side bend again. Again, keeping a nice open. Some of you may already want to get your left hand down to your foot. It's not the point in this particular class. It's just about feeling openings, calming, and a little bit of strengthening. And then come on back up and pause, okay? And then lean back and let's just switch sides. So the right foot is on the inner thigh, left foot is out. Reach your arms up and then fold forward. Again, getting a nice stretch. Taking a nice big inhale and exhale. Noticing differences, and those slight, subtle changes that happen while you do these gentle stretches. And you hold them. And by holding them, allows all the tissues and tendons and whatnot to gently stretch out. And then come on back up. Okay. Reach your arms up and you're going to fold over to the left side. So the left forearm comes down to the shin. Stretch over. Opening up that whole side. Yeah, just relaxing into it. You can move your neck and say no if you want to get a little looser up in the top. All right. And then slowly come on back up. Pause. And then let's come to tabletop. Okay. So hands and knees. A little bit of cat-cow. So drop your belly down, crown of the head up, round the back, just getting the vertebrae going a little bit. So maybe inhale, drop in the belly, exhale, round the back. And then one more time, inhale into cow, and then exhale, round back. Okay, so curl your toes under and let's come into a downward facing dog. So first dog. Okay, so sit bones up towards the sky. Taking a nice big inhale and exhale. Okay, and you're rotating your upper arms out. Okay, so they're going out a little bit. And notice what happens. Maybe you'll feel your index finger and your thumb really grounded a little bit more. All right, let's come down to child's pose for just a moment. Sit back. Okay, come on down to child's pose, and we'll get into a little bit of a flow in a minute. Take a nice big inhale and exhale. Now you can come forward to a knee plank, okay? Or you can come into a plank up on your toes. Okay, hold it there for just a moment. And then come back to downward facing dog. And breathe. A nice big inhale and exhale. All right, again, we're going to come forward. If you need to drop your knees to a knee plank, that's fine. Just hold it there for a moment, rotating those upper arms out, and then come on back. Take a breath. And then one more time, let's go forward to that plank. Okay, bringing the belly button towards the spine. And then come on back. Taking a nice big inhale and exhale. Okay, we're going to bring the right foot between your hands. So if you need to come down into a tabletop and then gently bring your right foot between your hands to come into a nice low lunge, that's fine, okay? And then drop the right knee down if you did it the other in from dog, okay? Coming into a low lunge, feeling that nice stretch. Because we did all those nice forward folds, maybe arching a little bit back a little bit, getting a little bit more of a stretch. Okay, bring your hands down by your front foot. Okay, step back into, let's come into a knee plank. And then I want you to lower yourself down to Sphinx. Terry, you may have to move because people may need to see this. Terry's here. So Sphinx is your elbows are underneath your shoulders and your pelvis is down towards the floor, okay? And just really feel like you're pulling your forearms towards your chest and you'll get a little bit more of a stretch, okay? Now, keeping your knees on the floor, you can stay in this pose or gently lift your pelvis up so you're coming into a knee forearm plank. Okay, and just hold it there. It's definitely a little bit of a challenge. Okay, and then come on back down and then come into downward facing dog. Okay, so hands down by your chest and come back, curl your toes under and downward facing dog. Taking a nice big inhale and exhale. Okay, now the left foot is going to come between your hands. We got to get the other side, okay? So if you need to drop the right knee down, that's okay, or bring the left foot behind. When you get there, drop the right knee down, coming up into a low lunge. Feeling a good stretch on that other side. Breathing into it, reaching those fingertips way up. Yep. Excellent. Okay, hands down by your front foot. Step back into that knee plank. Lower yourself all the way down. Come on into the Sphinx again. So bring the forearms down, okay? Elbows underneath shoulders when you're ready. And if you want to, come on up into that pelvis plank, I'll call it. Pelvis plank, okay? Holding yourself up there. And some of you may be up doing a whole plank, forearm plank if you want to. Just a little bit more of a challenge. Keep holding it. Okay, bring your knees down, all the way down, and I'll meet you in downward facing dog. All right, and breathe. Nice big inhale and exhale. All right, walk your feet behind your hands, coming into a forward fold, right? Hanging out there. Maybe grab your elbows. You can sway side to side if you want. Okay, we're going to do halfway up. So bring your hands to your shins or your knees. Inhale halfway up. So you're coming up from that flat back, right? From the hips. Exhale down. Okay, bend your knees. Stand all the way up. Reach up. Hands into prayer. Come all the way through and come into a nice mountain pose. Okay, and if you want to, come up on your toes. Back on your heels, getting nice and grounded. Since this is the first time we've stood up. Come on, back up and down. Okay. All right. Inhale your arms all the way up. We're going to flow a little bit now. Exhale, bend your knees a little bit. Come all the way down so your belly's coming down to your thighs, crown of the head to the floor. Inhale halfway up. Exhale down. Okay. Bring your hands down to the floor, or if you need blocks, something to hold on to, we're going to come into runner's lunge. So bring that right leg back, okay? If this is too much, okay, you certainly can drop the right knee down, okay? And some of you may have a little bit of extra something in their front. So move the left knee over to the side a little bit so it's not so much jamming into your chest. And just hold that nice stretch. Runner's lunge is a wonderful way of stretching and doing strength because you're using so much different energy, okay? And you are, even though you're ramming your left foot down, see if you can really use that right leg to hold you up too. All right, now from here, you're going to come into plank. So if you need to drop the right knee down to a knee plank, that's fine. Or just bring the left leg back. Hold yourself up in plank. Lower yourself all the way down. Okay, come into Sphinx. Okay, get yourself lined up. And then when you're ready, you can lift the pelvis up, or you can come up on your toes, getting a little bit of core going on here, okay? Keep holding yourself up there. I'm definitely shaking. Come on back down, and I'll meet you in downward facing dog. Nice and slow. Inhale and exhale. Okay, we're going to get that right foot between our hands, okay? So if you need to drop the left knee down, that's fine, okay? Get yourself lined up, okay? Whatever works for you, whatever's that works for you. I'm not going to say, I was going to use the word comfortable. I don't know if that's such a good word to use in this particular one. Some of you may feel really comfortable here, but notice again how you how you have to balance a little bit out in runner's lunge, and just hold it, taking a nice big inhale and exhale. And then we're going to step back into downward dog. So if you need to bring that left knee down, that's fine. Downward facing dog, taking a nice big inhale and exhale. Okay, walk your feet behind your hands, forward fold, okay? Inhale, halfway up. Exhale all the way back down. Okay, bend your knees and let's come up into chair. So maybe reach your arms up. You don't have to do the arm part. Make sure you're leaning back onto your heels. Taking a nice big inhale and exhale, bringing the shoulder blades somewhat down your back. It's a little, even though you're raising your arms up. Okay, and then stand all the way up, coming into mountain pose. Okay, we're going to do that all over again. Inhale your arms all the way up. Exhale, bend your knees, fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale down, bring the left foot back, coming into runner's lunge. Maybe this time we'll do a twist. So the left hand is down, right arm comes up to the sky if you want. This is totally optional, okay? And notice if you're dropping your head down, see if you can line up that cervical neck, keep it nice and upright, reaching up, holding it there, taking a nice big inhale and exhale. Okay, bring the hand down. We're going to come into that Sphinx plank, however you want to get there. So I'm going to start in plank, hold it for a moment, and then lower myself all the way down, or lower yourself down. Bring your forearms down. You can totally stay here or come on up to a forearm plank. Okay? So you're not bringing your sit bones way up. You're using, and you can hear me quivering. I'm definitely using the core when it's nice and elongated. If you need to lift your hip bones up a little bit, that's all right. But see if you can get your front of your body parallel to the mat. And then lower yourself down. Come on back to downward facing dog. All right. Nice big inhale. And exhale. Okay, so left foot has got to come between your hands. Runner's lunge again. Set yourself up. Maybe bring the right hand down. Left arm comes up for a twist. Taking a nice big inhale, moving that left hip bone back a little bit. Hold yourself up. Okay, come on back down. And then you're going to come back to downward facing dog. All right. Taking a nice big inhale. And exhale. All right, you can walk your feet behind your hands. Forward fold. Inhale halfway up. Exhale down. Come on up into chair. So bend your knees as much as you want to. You can bring your toes together if that's in your practice. If not, come on up. And imagine that you're squeezing a block between your legs. Hold yourself there. Taking a nice big inhale. Feeling the change. And then come on all the way up. And pause. All right. Okay, moving on. I'm going to turn the fan on. Building up some heat here, right? Okay. Inhale your arms all the way up. Bend your knees. Exhale all the way down. Inhale halfway up. Exhale down. Okay, bring the right foot back. Let's come up into a high lunge. So you know how to get into that runner's lunge. Come on up into that high lunge. And if you need to climb up that left knee, that's all right. Reach your arms up, way up, way up, way up. Hold yourself up. Really reach up. Okay, so you're going to drop the right heel down coming into warrior two. So you're going to have to move that front knee around to kind of be in line, the front heel in line with the back heel. Come on up into a nice warrior two. Holding it here, really, again, to have that idea of squeezing a block in between your legs. Okay, we're going to come into triangle. Lengthen the left knee, tilt down, reach the arm up. Okay, so the right rib cage is really reaching around, just like we did in those twists in the runner's lunge. Okay, hold it there. And then bend the left knee, or come on up, I should say, come on up to warrior two. Bend the left knee and come over into side angle. And so you can keep that right arm up in the air. You can arch it over your arm. Just try not to collapse in and see if you can maybe hold your whole core up. We've been working that core, so maybe you're holding it. Keep breathing, stretching all the way over. Come on back up to warrior two. Hold yourself there. Windmill your hands down to the floor. Okay. Step back into your plank. And we're going to do a normal chaturanga. We're not going to do the Sphinx one. So a normal one for me is dropping the knees, lowering all the way down, elbows down by the sides, pressing your hands into the floor, lifting up, okay? Really moving those shoulder blades down. Okay, exhale down, and I'll meet you in downward facing dog. So I'm going to switch around so I can show you from this side. I don't like facing the back. It's almost like it's bad luck or something. It's not. It's not. All right, so the right foot's going to come between your hand. We're going to do high lunge on the other side, even though I've switched around. So come on up to that nice high lunge. Get yourself nice and steady. Reach the arms up. Hold yourself there, okay? Bring the tailbone down. It goes, tilts down, okay? Hold yourself there, feeling nice and strong into both the front and the back foot. Okay, let's come around to warrior two. So you're going to have to move. I'm heel toeing the right foot around. Hold yourself there and engage. Engage that lower body. Feel the arms stretching way out. Okay, so coming into triangle, lengthening the front knee and then tilting down, reaching up. Watch if, for some of you that have hyperextended knees, please make sure you bend it a little bit. Just reaching up, making that shoulder blade, that left shoulder blade away from your ears. Come on back up to warrior two. Hold yourself there and then side angle. Reaching over, all the way over. If this is in your, and then I'm trying to not use so much of that right arm, but really using the core and engagement of my thighs to hold me up, to hold you up. Or you should be doing that. And then come on back up to warrior two, and I'll meet you in downward facing dog. All right, however that works for you. Nice big inhale and exhale. Okay, walk your feet behind your hands. Come into a nice forward fold. Okay, inhale, halfway up. Exhale down, bend your knees. Let's come into chair. Let's work those legs. Reaching up, holding yourself up, making sure you feel all the body, that heel really rooting in, but you're also using those toes too, right? And then come on all the way up. Hands down in prayer. Pause. Take a nice big inhale and exhale. Okay, step your feet really wide. We're going to come into a forward fold. So however you want your feet or however wide you want, okay? So inhale your arms all the way up. Exhale, and you're hinging at your hips, okay? So we're coming down into like a wide downward facing dog, a wide-legged downward facing dog. And just hold yourself. You can just relax here. Or for those that want to try something. Now again, you can use a block here, or you can use a chair if you're unable to get all the way down. And then for those that want a little bit more of a challenge, take your right hand to your left ankle, shin, getting a nice shoulder opener, extra shoulder opener here. And just hold it there. Again, you're using those legs in all different areas. You're pressing your feet way down in. Okay, to come on back to center and then switch to the other side. So left hand goes towards the right ankle, getting a shoulder open. If you're higher up, grab your knee. Or I shouldn't say knee, I should say thigh. Watch out for the joints. Taking a nice big inhale, exhale. All right, come on back around. And then heel toe your feet in a little bit. And then inhale halfway up. And then come on all the way up. And step to the front of your mat. And pause. Okay. Quick tree, right? Quick tree. Since it is leave days these days, so come on up on your toes, back on your heels. Okay, getting nice and rooted. Okay, lifting the right knee up. Bring it out to the side. You can bring the toe down to balance. You can bring it to the calf, the inside of the calf. Just don't do the knee, just like I said before. You can come all the way up. For those that have been practicing, bring your hands into prayer if you want to. All this is optional. Just do what works for you. Do a little bit of balance, even if you hold it for 1 second. Where if you fall out, you come back in. Bring your arms back up. There's a change every day with your body. One day you'll be able to do tree, the next day you won't. But obviously the more you practice, the better you'll get at it. And then slowly come down. Hands on your hips, knee forward. You can kick that foot out, come all the way back down. And pause. Ooh, taking a nice big inhale and exhale. Okay, other side. Okay, left knee comes up, out to the side, bring it to your calf. You can bring it in to the inner thighs. Try and do what you did on the other side. It may be a little tricky, but just to keep everything balanced, kind of communicate to your body that you want everything symmetrical, and nice and even. That's why you try and do the same thing you did on the other side. Reaching your arms up, hold yourself up there. Keep breathing. Bring your hands down to prayer. Hands on your hips, knee forward. Kick the knee forward and come on back down. And pause. Nice big inhale and exhale. Okay. Come on back around to the front of your mat. Inhale your arms all the way up. Bend your knees. Exhale all the way down. And then come on down to child's pose. Take a nice big inhale and exhale. Oh. Okay. All right. I was getting a message there from our wonderful leader, Deb. Lots of love to Deb. Okay. Okay. Hold your arms out. Relax down. Okay. Walk your hands over to the right. And then walk your hands over to the left. Just stretching out a little bit. All right. I would like to give you a little bit of a challenge. I'm going to give you all kinds of options. It's kind of a prep for a headstand, So please know that I'm not like the best teacher, and there are other teachers that can do it, but we're going to go into Dolphin, which is really great for the core and the arms. So remember how we did the Sphinx? So come down on your forearms. Terry, I know you love being on camera, but I need you to move a little bit. Yeah, I know, little cat. You're such a good cat. So come into Sphinx, but maybe clasp your hands together. this may be not working for you, but bring the hands down, okay? All right, so you can totally stay here. You can totally do that knee plank if you want, or if you want a little bit more of a challenge, curl your toes under and come on up into downward facing dog. So you are not using your head to get up. You're using your forearms. And there's a lot of strength that needs to go in here. If you clasp your hands, this is a little bit more prep for a headstand. But remember, if you ever do a headstand, find a teacher that does this, they will tell you to never use your head to get up. You're using the strength of your arms and your core. So keep breathing. All right, and come on back down and sit back into child's pose for just a moment. All right, let's do our backs real fast. So come on down to your belly. Okay, hands down by your sides, palms facing up. We'll do a little bit of a locust. So lift your collarbones up, lift your arms up, lift your legs up. Getting nice and strong back there. Making sure you tuck your chin just a little bit. Lift those legs up. Engage the glutes. You have to engage the glutes for this. Keep breathing. Hold it up there. You might be shaking a little bit. That's all right. That means you're working. And then come on back down and pause. Okay. Bend the right leg, reach around, grab the ankle. You can press the ankle into your hand, feeling an excellent stretch. You can be doing both if that works for you. All the way up, and then switch sides. If you're doing half bow, just hold yourself up, getting a nice everything opener. Boy, do we need the front body opened up, right? Because we're opening up to change. All right, come on back down. Sit back into child's pose. Okay, I'm going to take you into pigeon. But for those of you that can't do pigeon, please do figure four. Figure four is when you lie on your back, soles of the feet to the earth, and cross your one knee over. For other ones that want to try pigeon, come on up into downward facing dog. Or if you need to start in tabletop, that's fine too. So you're going to bring your right knee towards your right elbow, cross the right foot towards the left wrist. It's not going to get up there, okay? And this may be enough, okay? If you want to lean your right sit bone, your right hip onto something, that's fine. Make sure that left leg is straight out, so maybe come up on your left toes for a moment and then straighten the leg out. And then if you want to, slowly come down to your forearms. I like to do it nice and slow coming down so that the opening of the sit bones happens nice and gently. Just let it all open. Notice the change. There's all kinds of stuff that goes on down there, right? And by the way, if your knee is hurting or anything, please, please, please come out of it. But just relax. Okay, when you're ready, come on back to downward facing dog or plank. And by the way, the figure four, just uncross your legs and just pause with the soles of your feet on the floor, okay? There's all different ways of opening up the hips. You don't have to do pigeon. You can be on your back, okay? If that's better for you. Remember, that's your body. Listen to it. Okay. Left leg goes left knee towards left elbow, left foot towards right wrist, okay? And then I always have to heel toe back a little bit just to start feeling. And, it's not about having that left shin parallel to the front of the mat. It's just about having it into a spot that works for you. Okay, come down to your elbows. Everyone is built differently. So you want to do what works for your body, what your body is saying to do, not necessarily the brain. Sometimes the brain pushes you, right? And that's when we can possibly get into trouble. So it's listening to the body. Just let that open. And always notice if one side feels a little tighter than the other. All right, hands down. Come on back to downward facing dog for just a moment. Just stretch everything out. The soles of the folks, just uncross your legs. The folks that are on the floor, your back's on the floor, and you can windshield wiper your knees. All right, everyone, come on down. Nothing. For those that were doing pigeon, you're just going to come around to your back, okay? And if you have a block, you may want to use it. If not, that's okay. But I'm going to give you all kinds of options for this one. So I'm going to bring you up into a shoulder stand, okay? So for those that shoulder stand is not in your practice because you have shoulder issues or it's just is too much for you, just come into a bridge. So root your feet down and lift your pelvis up. For those that want to come up into shoulder stand, okay, start lifting your legs up to the sky and then bring the backs of your hands to where your kidneys would be, their lower back. So you really want to be on the shoulders and using the hands to hold you up, okay? And just letting the blood flow come down and really, really work it all the way up. I had a wonderful Iyengar teacher who would put straps between my elbows to get the elbows closer together because I'm not strong enough to be straight up and down. Some people might be. Hold it up there. You can even do plow, bring your toes over your head to come out of it, and then slowly come all the way down, one vertebrae at a time, to your back. And just pause, let everything go. That might have been a lot for some. Sometimes you might feel some new sensations doing that. So be wary if this is all new for you, okay? Arms out to a T, windshield wiper your knees a little bit, or do whatever you need to do to catch your breath. Okay, all right. All right, lengthen your legs out. The best part of the whole practice, right? Palms facing up, close your eyes. And notice the change that happened in your body from doing this practice. There might be little subtle things that are new to you that may educate you on how you need to treat your body, how you may want to motivate your body a little bit more. But then come back to the breath and come back into that whole relaxation of letting your muscles, your brain, your jaw, because goodness knows some of us talk a lot. Just let everything release and become calm. I would highly recommend that you stay here for another 10 minutes and enjoy this incredible pose. And when you're ready, you can, if you want to, you can start moving your fingers and toes. Just bring a little bit of movement into your body. When you're ready, roll over onto your side, hang out there for a moment. And again, feel that nice relaxation going on. And when you're ready, come on up into a seated position. And it doesn't matter what it is. You can even be sitting on your shins if you want. And set an intention. Here's a good one. Challenge yourself to love the ones who love you. And challenge those who don't love you. And just understand that there is no separation between us. We are all made of the same stuff. Stardust. And inhale compassion to yourself. And exhale compassion to the world. Namaste, everyone. Hey, I want to tell you, so next week is pre-recorded. The month of November, I believe the second weekend, there is a Kripalu teacher who's going to be coming in and teaching. And I have to tell all of you, Kripalu teachers are wonderful. Okay, so definitely join her and keep up to date. I can't say enough about Kripalu teachers. They will take you through a lot of the same series, but you'll probably learn some new stuff, which is wonderful. And if I brought my Kleenexes because I don't know when I'll see any of you again because I'm moving to Florida. And I just wanted to say how wonderful it's been teaching. The Uxbridge Library will always be in my heart. Always, always, always. I will never forget any of you. And please keep up yoga during this COVID season, this cold season that everyone's going through. Thank you, everyone, for being you. Namaste. Thank you.